Hey, air signs. These last few readings have been kind of rough. Let's check out what's going on for us over the weekend for you, air signs. Yeah? Let's do it. Okay. So I was going to do these all on Saturday, but I started looking, and the last reading that I did was the 11th through 13th, and today's the 14th. And we've been talking about how we have this huge amount of make decisions energy that's happening on Saturday. So I thought maybe I'll go ahead and do everybody's elemental readings today. What do you think? And by doing it that way, it kind of gives everybody a little more information to go on to help with these big decisions that have to be made on Saturday. So everybody has a chance to sleep on it. Yeah? Let's do it. So we've had these crazy energies. We've lived through this insanity of the retrogrades. We've lived through this situation where you as air signs have been taking serious flack from your partners about what they think you should do with your life and what they think is right and wrong. And oftentimes these partners have been people who don't have any experience in what they're actually trying to advise you on. We've seen a lot of disruption in relationships. We've seen a lot of relationships in this last week come to an end or have serious changes happen. We've had a lot of energy like in the last week where that we've got to really try and get over. Now, hi, Melissa. So we've had a lot of energy, like I said, that everybody's had to get over. So in light of all this, let's start out by taking these cards and spinning them around. Because like I told you guys before, I don't know if you watch my regular daily readings or whatever, or if you've watched before when I told you that upside down and right side up is a big deal. That really means a lot and can really change things and get in the specifics and the details of what we need to learn. So I'm just gonna like spin these all around, get them all in position to where they need to be, and we're gonna get a reading for our air signs. It's the weekend. Let's get our weekend forecast on for air signs. I was noticing in the Pisces energy and the water sign energy that you guys were having interaction with those folks about business and some about love. If you're a cross watcher, you might be interested to know that the energy from the person that you're watching for, cross watcher means that you're watching somebody else's sign. And what you guys need to know is if you're watching the other person's sign, maybe you're a water sign. But if you're not, what is that? Card just jumped out. Let's see what it's telling us. Bad judgment. You guys, I saw you in the reading today for the energy of the day. Let's try to tame that down a little bit. Okay, let's get some justice. We're gonna do this in a Celtic cross reading. We're gonna do it. Hi, Kat, you're back. Let's try and do this, like I said, in the Celtic spread, because whenever we're moving through a couple of days or a few days like this weekend, and things have been so disruptive and strange lately, it's good to kind of get this full impact reading where we can show where we are, where we're going, what could happen, and what other people think, yada yada. Look, here's that love card again. That's been popping up for everybody today. Is that a good thing for you guys? Yeah. Let's see what we can get. It's so humid. My elbows keep making the weird fart sounds on the table. Okay. And if you're wondering why it's still hot outside and I wear long sleeves and all of my stuff, it's because I live with a bunch of air signs and an Aries, and they keep it. Yep, Pisces. I knew it. Didn't I know it? I live with a bunch of air signs and an Aries who like it to be 69 degrees in the house at all times. And I am the hairless breed of human, and I get seriously cold, so I wear these. Okay, let's pull these out. Let's see what we got. We want to give these cards a chance to get all lined out for us. Want to see where we are now. Show us where we are now. Oh yeah. Trying to make that decision, guys. Air signs, you guys up at night late trying to figure out what to do whenever your partner or whoever else is sleeping and you're thinking because you can't sleep. Maybe you're crunching numbers in your head like when's the next bill due? How many paychecks do I have until then kind of thing? Or whether it's what am I going to do about this relationship? It's one or the other. Let's see, where are we now? Air signs. Yes, this is about relationships and commitments. This is generally a male and a female. This is generally energy that passes back and forth, good strong energy, creative energy that you can start a business with. This passes back and forth. When you see cups, it's got love. A lot of times it's water sign. But I'm looking at this card going, you're thinking about this air sign, you're thinking about relationship issues, and you're thinking about business with this person because this is contractual as well. And remember, marriage is a contract, so think about that before you get into one. Okay, so like I said, there's been so much disruption in relationships and stuff. A lot of people right now are deciding if the relationship is really worth it. A lot of air signs are working right now on deciding if it's worth it with some person. And it doesn't have to be someone that you're in love with, like a sex kind of love, or it could be like your kid. It could be somebody that you love, like seriously. You could be having issues with whether or not you're about to tell your grown-ass kid to kick rocks and go try and be a grown-up if you can't live under my rules. It could also be, that you're coming together with your child or your loved one or your spouse or your business partner that you're in contract with. So let's look. What's crossing this? See, things are going to happen fast. So we're going to need to make this decision on Tuesday. On Tuesday. Things are happening fast. So we need to make this decision on Saturday, and we're going to see the effects of it already by Tuesday. So let's see. Money coming in, that's good. And today's payday, so that kind of also looks like a given. If people are like, oh, we're doing the Friday reading, oh, there's money in your reading. Well, no shit, it's freaking payday. I'm not falling for that. Don't fall for that shyster shit. I'll give you a real reading, or you click on to the next one. Let's see, what's crossing us? What's crossing us? Information coming in about enterprise and distinction, that's work. Information coming in about work. This could also have to do with the contracts. Let's see here. Good news, guys. Good news. Look at this. With the sun in the spread, the answer is yes. This is good. We're going to be able to work through whatever you need to do, whatever you choose to do on Saturday. Your decision. Your decision, if you make it from your heart and you make it from what you've learned and from your experience, it's going to have a good outcome. Okay, we'll get into some more specifics here in a little bit. All right. Now, let's feel, what kind of energies are we feeling right now? What are we actually dealing with? Like, we see where we're at. We see what the question is, where we're going with it. We see what's crossing us for good or for bad, and this is really good. And then, so now let's see how we're feeling with it. How we dealing with it? How we feeling with it? How we dealing with it? Let's see what we got. Come on, air signs. It's Friday. Perk up. Oh, tired of the juggling act with this in the upside down position. I'm gonna hit y'all with the book in a minute because this is good. So this is intense. So I want you to know that I'm not pulling it out of my ass. I want to pull it out of the book. Okay. We'll come back. Let's see here. We're getting over this because we're about to pull this card here, and they've been really on. The cards have been really on all day. We're about to pull what we're feeling that we just had to deal with that is still affecting us and still kind of affecting the decisions that we make and what we're doing. And that's why I love this spread too, because it really lays out like each position, like it answers the questions that need to be, it answers the questions that need to be answered. What are we feeling and dealing with? Yep, that's true. We're feeling and dealing with being out of control with the situation and what's happened. With the, like I said, you guys, air signs, y'all have dealt with so much shit in the last couple of weeks, like emotionally, and changes and even changes in business, having to travel a lot for work, just things that are just typically out of your own, like you're not so much in your own vehicle, not so much in your, like you might be traveling and flying, or but you're not in your own vehicle, you're not in your own house, you're not in your own, all these different things that have been happening to air signs. You guys, things have just been like abruptly strange. They just like kicked in and started kicking your butt. Maybe something that you should have known from the past. Maybe you made a decision in the past that you really need to, see. There's such an amazing energy today that is pulling out all of these major arcana cards. I mean, look, we've got 4 cards out. Half of them are, these 2 are major arcanas. I just cut to a major arcana. Let's see. Now, when we get those in the reading, it means like we're getting spiritual information that we need to do something with. See, that's over. This is done. It's start new. They see that 10 is a 1. That 1 is a beginning. So a 10 is a cyclical re-beginning. Let's get our cyclical re-beginning on Aries, air signs. I'm sorry. And let's get some things moving. This is what crowns us and could come into being. This is upside down. It's still a 1 crowning us, another 1. It's still a 1 crowning us and everything, but it's upside down in this position. So this is what could come into being. So it could be right side up. It could be upside down. That choice is going to be up to you and the decision that you make on Saturday. Okay. You're really looking back at the things that you've screwed up and the things that you've done. It looks like here you're looking at hard work that you could have done or should have done. You didn't apply it. And now you're looking remorsefully. Generally 5 for action and protection. So you need to move forward and get that action going again. Whatever it was that you left behind or that you half-assed did, that's where your problem came from. Oh, look at this. Not changing. No change, no death, or sometimes can be birth. Upside down death can also mean birth or something new. So that could be referring to this. Also, I'm looking at this card that we just cut under the bottom, the Fool card. It's another major arcana card. You know, the powers that be are really trying to give you some energy, really trying to give you some information to process for this decision that has to be made. And they're not joking. They're really telling you that you're in a situation where you're going to go back into the same rut. You're going to go back to the same thing that put you in that position. Even if it was 5 years ago, you're falling into that same shit again. And it doesn't matter if someone has put you there because they're an oppressive person in your relationship or at your job, or if you've put yourself there. You're running the risk right now of looping back into that. Last time you had something that came in to step in and save you and you shit on it. So I'm sorry, I just can't sugarcoat this stuff. I have to tell you the truth. I'm not going to sell you a volcano vacation to Hawaii. I'm going to tell you the truth before you buy the ticket. Let's see, what could be in the near future if we don't make the changes that we need to make? Or if we make the changes that we're planning on making, we continue in the same situation that we're in, what's going to happen to us? What's in the near future for air signs? Ooh, a split. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Do you know what that means, guys? The 9 and the 10. Did you see how they just flopped out in my hand like that? I just have to show you these. This means that like it generally means like the Nine of Cups, wish comes true, what you want will come to you. I've been reading that little book with all the rhymes in it for way too long. And then this 10 here, like, look at that. That's a really good re-beginning. It's just trying to jump out. Okay. Let me put these guys back in here like this and see what we can get for this card, because it's definitely wanting me to shuffle a little bit more. What is it? What is it? Now that you've got this information, because you know that whenever you see these things, you change. It changes you because you know the information. So that's why I do my readings live. I don't do them like weeks in advance and stuff like a lot of these other people. Like, I'm doing a weekend energy reading right now because the weekend energy is the weekend energy, okay? And it is what it is. But like, I do these at the time period that I do them because that's the only time they're good. That's the only time they're good. So if you're watching, if you're an avid watcher on YouTube or on Facebook of readings and stuff like that, like for your signs and stuff, the people that do like they'll do like the Pisces reading, the blah blah reading, the whatever, and they do these readings, and you look and it's like they posted it on August 23rd and it's for, you know, October 1st or it's for September whatever. Don't listen to those. Just don't. Just stop. It's like, you know, they're not really giving you a real reading. They're just putting some cards out and telling you what the cards say. And that is not right. That's wrong. That's soothsaying bullshit. You're not Nostradamus. You're a card reader. Just tell them that. Or you know what? Just click onto another channel. Go watch somebody who's doing it live. Go, seriously. Okay, so what's coming into being? Ooh, feels like a good cut. Ooh, that was good. What do we got? Oh, information to help you cut through the bullshit. So that's good. That's good. The Page of Swords bringing you information. Swords generally go really fast. They cut through bullshit. They help you see things clearly. And this pages always mean that information coming in. So let's do that. Hi, Simo. How you doing? I'm not sure why you're giving me, is that like a birth date or something like that? I'm not sure what that means. Okay. So let's go to the fear category. Air signs. What are we really worried about? What's our fears? What's kind of holding us up? What's snagging us up? Let's see. Where is it? Oh, that cut clean. 2. You're afraid of reconciliation? Who are you afraid to reconcile with? Why? Why? We're gonna pull a clarification card for that. Don't let me forget. When we get to the end here, don't let me forget that I want to pull a clarification card and see why we're afraid of reconciliation, who it's with, or what it is, or what that means. Because it's like you have the world in your hands right now. You can reconcile and make all this wonderful things that you wanted, that you thought were going to happen a long time ago, that you kind of ditched. You can reconcile with that. But why are you afraid? Why? We'll figure that out. Let's see what the other people that are concerned in your situation this week, air signs, the other people, let's see what they've got. Let's see what's going on with them. What do other people who are involved in this situation think about you, air sign? Oh, did it again. The other card, this means other people, you know, like other people in a situation, celebration and stuff like that. It's really good. Generally means your friends and get-togethers and stuff like that. But it just yanked out these cards. Are you serious? Major arcanas, or these were energy of the day cards. These were actually energy of the day cards, and it's got the, actually we have the almost exact same cards, and you know we've shuffled, you watched. So this is really interesting. I'm going to go ahead and pull this top card, and I'm going to say this is what people think about you, and I'm going to put these with it here, because I just don't think that we should be ignoring these, because they just keep popping out. We have these two, and we talked about that. I'm going to put these to the side. Let's go to what you know already, the things that you already know that you, when cards jump out like that, it's generally significant. So we're going to have to look into that. So things that you know that you're just not acting on, things that you don't want to face, or things that you have faced and you're not, another major arcana card is under there. or you have faced and you're just not you're not acting on it. Let's see what this is. What does it say here? It's pretty clear. Hanged Man. Wow, look at all these major arcana. This is so intense. Generally, when I have this many major arcana, I just yank the whole reading up and I just pull out the major arcana. But we're live, and it's just, that would just take forever. I'm just going to read the reading as it is. But know that, like, if we were doing our own personal reading, going back and forth, and this was a private reading, I would yank these and I would actually just pull out the major arcanas and I'd do the whole reading with them. So let's look at the outcome. What's the possible outcome? Should we continue on this path, making the decisions that need to be made? Where will this land us? Where will this land our air signs if we continue on this path? Oh, that was a good cut. And it cut the bottom card. This guy upside down generally means somebody who's a tight ass and a mean person. Like bright side up, it means like somebody who can really help you cut the bullshit, somebody who's really good with calculations, somebody who's really good with money and business. But upside down, it means a mean person who's telling you shitty stuff for their own benefit. Maybe it's somebody who's intimidated by you. Maybe it's somebody who you could take their job, somebody who you're better than, and this person's shit talking you, and it's generally a guy. This is generally a male. So maybe somebody that you think is your friend isn't your friend, or somebody that you work with is a douche. Okay. Interesting. Slow movement or no movement. Somebody who's shady. This is the outcome card. Are you gonna make a shady decision? Are you gonna make a decision based on what somebody else wants instead of what you want? Are you gonna make this decision based on this decision coming up on Saturday? Are you gonna be making that decision based on shit that someone said? Somebody shit talked somebody else, or someone shit talked to your project, or someone shit talked what you wanted to do, and you're going to make a decision based on what everybody else says instead of what you know to be true and what you've learned in your experience? Is that what you're going to do? Because that's not a good idea. That is not a good idea. We need to look and see how we can change this outcome card. I'm going to throw one more clarification card on top of it, and I'm going to see. And it's telling me that you need information. This is about information. If someone has the information that you need. This guy, no bueno. Like, we were just talking about that. Don't listen to this guy. Just don't. Don't listen to this person. It could be a female. But man, don't listen to that person. They don't have your best interest at heart. They just don't. If you do this, if you make your decision based on what we've talked about, if you do that, it's going to turn your world upside down. Don't do that. Okay, so let's pull the book out. We're at 23. We're about halfway done because these are usually about 40, 45 minutes. Let's get on the road with this, and let's see if we can see, because look, upside down world as well. Wheel of Fortune upside down, world upside down. Look at this. You are in danger of making a seriously bad decision, one that you've already made before. If that helps you to understand what I'm saying. You have made this seriously bad decision before. And I'm thinking that it has to do with like putting aside what you want for someone else, what they want, or what you think is best, or what you think will be best, or the easiest road. I think that's what I'm looking for, the easiest road. The decision to withdraw from something that is of your heart, something that you probably think is in the stars for you, that everybody has told you not to do, but you need to realize and consider the source. Let's start at the beginning. Here, let's go through this and see. All right, so what you're worried about is some kind of contract or some kind of, and it could be both, some kind of contract or some kind of thing that's happening between you and another person of the opposite sex. Okay. It's also business and things that you love, contracts that you sign. So you have the opportunity. What's crossing you, like I said before, is this sun. When the sun is in the spread, the answer is yes. You should be answering yes to this. You should be. The answer for you would be yes. This is like all-consuming goodness. This is like everything that you wanted. This is like grandness. This is great. This is even like if you're looking at a contract, like this is like movie star stuff, right? This is like rock star stuff. Like if we're talking about business and we're not talking about relationships, we're talking about like rock star stuff. Like this is what you can become. Look at this. Look at the glee on this kid's face on the horse. This is just great. Okay. Now, we're glitching up. If we glitch up and it freezes up, I'll just kick the reading right back in again. But I see it starting to glitch and the weather out here, so it's probably the internet connection. So sorry about that. Okay, this card. This is the one that I told you I was going to pull from the book, right? There it is. I'm hoping almost right to it. Okay, so in the upside down position, listen carefully. Someone may be offering you advice and help that you need. If someone offers you advice, listen well, consider twice. It isn't all that bad. In fact, it isn't half as bad as you think. You will have something returned. Don't let false pride stand in your way. Sagittarius, Virgo, Mercury. We're talking about, this is a timestamp. This is talking about between now, in my opinion, we're talking about between now, like, and we're at what? We're in Virgo season. So, and into Sagittarius season. So between now and December, something really, really good could happen for you. The stars are like really aligned for you. This has been like a thing too, because I remember doing some air sign readings, last year and even several years ago. It's a hotspot time, September to December for you guys. Let's look here. I need my glasses. Hang on. Open. Let me see. Sevens, not so much. Nine of Cups next to Fool. We saw that Fool card, but we didn't play with it. It didn't come out. Okay. So what this is meaning to me right now is exactly what it said. So let's move ahead to the next card. The Tower. This is what you're still feeling the effects of. We talked about this whenever I pulled it out of the stack, remember? Okay, so if you really want to be specific about this card is telling you that you lost control because you didn't, in the context that it's in, because major arcanas and stuff like that, they're always read by what's around them. They're really reflective of the other cards. Like they really show you things. Like, so what I'm going to tell you is, in the past and now, you have the opportunity for this, but you keep giving control away to somebody else. Stop giving away your control, air sign. Just stop. Just stop. I need you to do whatever you can to sever ties with, or at least shut up the other person or the people who are telling you this. Tell them to fuck off. Just stop listening to them. How about smile and go your way? When they start to talk shit, hi, Lily. When they start to say stuff to you, just like walk away, because it's not going to lead you to the decision that's best for you. It's going to lead you to a decision that they think is what they want, and it will harm you in the long run. Let this energy go. Let go of not being in control. Otherwise, this one is going to be upside down. Okay? You want it to be in the right side up position. You totally do. You have the power to change that, because this is what's crowning you and could come into being. Let me tell you what this card means upside down, and I'll show you the difference. Okay. Oops, I skipped it. Hold on. My gosh. Okay. Check it out. So, oh, am I losing a page? Oh no. Oh no, this book is so old. It's falling apart. Stop. Okay. If this card was in its right side up position, it says new things starting, create, begin, inventions start, the birth, the seeds within your heart, activity starting for business or social affairs, beginning of something new, maybe a job, a career, or a way of life, a possible birth in the family or someone close to you. Look out for a telephone call, a telegram, or information, and accept any invitations offered, right? Okay, but right now, because of this, and what seems like your inability to let go of the source of this, whether it be a person or a job or whatever it is, maybe it's your own insecurities. You need to believe more in yourself. But this card right here, it says, take stock and have a second look. Don't give up. Just try again. Plan it right and you'll know when. Insufficient effort, lack of initiative, simply not trying. Other people also want to be considered. They need consideration. Be generous in your views. Maybe it's necessary to delay or temporarily cancel these plans. There's no need to be depressed over it. Mercury, Mars, Aries. Look, to me, this feels to me like, with it in this upside down position, like, again, that's why I read it the way that I read it to you before. It feels like you gave up on something, or you didn't put any. Remember, I was like saying whenever we were pulling them out, I was like, what did you do that was half-ass? What did you do that you committed to and then didn't follow through with? What was it that you gave up on because of someone else telling you information? Information that, where would they even get the information from? Because they don't know you. They're not you. They're not in your heart. They don't know the other people that they're talking about. They don't know. They don't have any experience in what they're telling you to do. Let that go. You're going to have to let it go. I don't care if it's your parent. I don't care if it's your spouse. You're going to have to say something to them. You're just going to have to, especially if it's another person, if it's in a relationship, because if the person is doing that to you, they don't love you. They want what they want to get from you. They see you as something besides a spouse or a loved one. They see you as a possession, and that is not good. And this trying to control you and stuff is just, it's got to stop. It's got to stop. And they're trying to separate you from everybody else. You're going to have to, when that starts happening, it's so many bad signs, so many red flags, you can't even see through them. It's just like a room of bread. Okay. Let's move ahead to, oh, wait a second. Next to the Tower, I forgot that this had this, see, that's why I pulled the book out, because sometimes I miss things. Okay, look, it says next to a tower, unable to make an idea or project materialize, frustrated and tired of effort. Pentacles and Cups? No Pentacles and Cups, and no Devil. So this is very clearly talking about the fact that you didn't finish whatever project it was that you were talking about. Like, did I nail that on the head or what? Think about this. Because people will tell you, oh, this energy may not resonate with you. Yeah, it does. This is the air sign energy. This is the air sign reading. And if you're saying that it doesn't resonate, or you don't know what we're talking about, you're lying to yourself, because cards don't lie. People do. They just read the energy and they tell you what's really there. So what's really there in the energy for air signs right now is this. So come on, Libra, come on, Gemini, come on, Aquarius. Okay, open your eyes. You're causing it, because when you don't decide and you let someone else decide, then you chose to let them decide. So you have no control. You have no control. So you've been unable to make this project materialize because you've let someone else take control of it. You've let someone else talk you out of it. You have an opportunity to be like a rock star or something, and you're just not doing it. You have the opportunity to be a famous actor or these contracts, and this is great with relationships. You should be having a great relationship with somebody, but you're not. Because of this, you're giving away your control. You're giving away your rights. Okay, so let's go to right here. What could be happening in the near future? This is information coming in because it's a page. So here we go. A young person's activities could be causing you some concern. Someone who's younger than you. It says that they have black hair or white hair or black hair. I'm not sure if that just means that they could look like anything, and it's up to you to figure out who they are, or if it means legit a person with black or white hair. Energetic person on the mark, a younger person. Someone's definitely, this person is on the defensive all the time, and you have to be on the defensive because of it. So it's like this constant thing. You may not like a possible delay in plans. This indicates news that you could consider disappointing. This person is a Capricorn, or has a Capricorn disposition or Capricorn in their chart. Do you see that? Capricorn, right here. Look where my finger's pointing. Capricorn. So who do you know that's a Capricorn, Aries, who's in your business and who's telling you that, who's telling you this? Not a lot of court cards, really. Just that one, right? Nope, two. If there is another court card in this spread, then this Capricorn person is involved with them. So that would be this guy, that guy, who's giving you this information. So maybe this Capricorn person knows someone who is or is involved with someone. Maybe that's why you're having this relationship issue, or has this person's ear. So this Capricorn and this Capricorn, which to me kind of looks female. It feels like female. Even the dude on the picture looks like a female. There could be something in it for them to control you. There really could be something in it for them for this control, this reason that they're doing this, but they're definitely teaming up on you. Definitely. And it's going to cause you problems with your money and with your work. And I don't think that this is the first time that this has happened. It's pretty clear. Let's see. Let's go down here to the fear category. And I've got to pull from this old book here because I thought this was interesting. Remember, I told you I wanted to pull some other cards on it and to remind me. Well, you don't need to remind me. I got this. I'm lagging. I can see lag big time. So if I lag up, I'll start it. I'll restart. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. I passed it. Let's look at what your fears are here. This is really interesting. This is saying that a lonely or unhappy soul is in your life or will enter your life, wants to take care of you, propose some sort of living arrangement that could save you from whatever this is. And this could be someone who is already married. So it probably might not mean that this person wants to bang you. It just means that they want to help you. So you might want to let that help in. Let's look at travel, unexpected trips, transportations out of the ordinary. I think I said that earlier, didn't I? Let's see. Examine papers for accuracy. If considering preparing a business proposal, you need to check the small print. Is someone offering you a contract? You got something coming up, some kind of event or something. Check the small print. You need to really check out what you're signing. Let's see. It says that you have the opportunity to be in a position of power and improve your attitude and your determination and your outlook on life will be better. Why are you afraid of that? Why are you afraid of reconciling with this that you've got going on? Let's see. It says good news. You have good news. Why are you afraid of good news? Someone who has been estranged to you and you have been closed out from, or closed yourself out, or they closed you out from in the past, is going to try to win you back, or is going to try to fix things. It says here, that's here where it says unions. Let's see. Someone will call you on the pretext of business when in fact it's personal interest. Is that what you're afraid of? Let's see. Timing's off for business mergers. What are you afraid of? Let's see if we can find, oh, here we go, anxiety. You're worried about a course of action that you took or a major purchase that you made. Whenever you were, this this person that you were with, that you're having the issues with, whether it's business or relationship, did you buy something big together, like a car or a house or something, and you're wondering, if I do break it off with this person, what the hell is going to happen to my shit? I don't know. I want to take these glasses off, but I can't see. Anxiety, disappointment. You're going to be disappointed in a delayed payment or a loss of income or the cancellation of some kind of funding. That's interesting, considering the air signs. I know, I really hope that they're not going to have a loss of income or delayed payment, but I guess delayed payment could happen. And like I said, this isn't always for all the Aries. This is what you're afraid of. This doesn't mean that it's actually happening. It's telling you that this is what you're afraid of. So are you afraid that if you take this new position, or if you make these others, is there somehow, is this person, this Capricorn, involved in your business and your love life somehow? How is that real? How's that something that works? But I mean, I guess so, because I work with my air sign. That's my, the person that I'm married to, and my kids who are air signs, we work together. So that could be a thing. So maybe you're working together with that person, or maybe they're just so up your ass and involved and wrapped around your throat that that's what's going on. Because in the Capricorn reading, it definitely says that they need to loosen their grip on their partner before they lose them. So maybe you are that Capricorn's partner, air sign, or an earth sign, because earth sign isn't just Capricorn. But the book really did say straight up just Capricorn. I think you're worried. This makes me feel like you feel like if you're in a relationship with a Capricorn or an earth sign, I think this fear of reconciling with what it is that you really want to do, or what you think you're supposed to do, or what you think the stars are aligned for you to do. I think, and we're at 42 minutes. This is going to be an hour-long damn reading. So you better love me for this, freaking air sign people. I'm spending so much time with you. I did this last week too. I really want to help you through this, because I see this just, I hate abuse, and this feels like an abusive relationship. It really does. It feels like someone is abusing you, and it could be your own kid, it could be your mom, it could be your spouse, it could be your dad, it could be anybody. But it really feels like your significant other. It doesn't really feel like a parent or whatever. But I mean, unless you actually have a Capricorn parent or somebody, and you're actually living with them, or they're actually conducting issues with you, you really need to consider this. Okay, you pulled out of something that you really wanted to do a while back, and when I say a while back, I mean like a while back. You might not have even been in contact with that anymore. Like you were maybe in a band or something, and the band broke up because your girlfriend thought you were cheating, or she was controlling, or I don't know, you were a model or something, and your boyfriend didn't like you being around all those other hot guys or whatever this freaking situation was. You were in a position where you were going to be like shining like the freaking sun. Okay, and achieving all the things that you were put on this planet for, and you somehow let that go because of this control situation. Okay, stop. I don't care, because it feels like old energy. It feels old. I mean, I don't know if it's like 20 years old or something like that, but it could be. And this, hi Melissa, and this energy, I think, has been jacking with you for like years. This fear has been there. Fear that if you reconcile with that, it's going to cause problems with this person. You've got like freaking Stockholm syndrome or something with this person. I don't know what it is, but it's time for you to stop. Life's too short. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. I just lost my dad. I've lost a bunch of people, and I know a lot of us have, but you've got to let this fear go. You got to stop fearing that if you reconcile with what you really want to do, and you reconcile with something that you believe in your heart is your calling or is your divine destiny or whatever, and you feel like you've let that go, and if you feel like if you reconcile with it and you get back together with it and you do it and you feel like you're going to lose this person, well, then lose them. Let me get closer. Lose them. They're not worth it. I don't care what you got to do. Either they need to stop or they need to go. And I think that's what all of these are about. You have the opportunity for they're not going to change. They're not going to go away. What they're doing is not going anywhere. As long as you are involved with this person, they're going to do the same shit, and they're going to get worse and worse and worse. You're like feeding the lion. You're growing a bear. Do you understand? This card is what you could have. This card is what you could have. And this is what you're getting. Do you really want to stop your flow? You really want to stop going? You want to stop that chariot? Because that's how you stop that chariot. Do this instead. Reconcile. Stop being afraid. Put this together. You know what? Hey, check it out. This is a 2. Wait, a 2 and a 4, right? What happens? You get a 6. A 6 is harmony. I'm telling you on a numerology level, I'm trying to break through to you. Listen to me. Air signs, please. Let's look at what other people think about it. Wait, I need some Scooby for a minute. Scooby-Doo. Look, here's what other people think about you. They think you're the freaking emperor. They think you're a badass. They think that you have everything, that you have the whole world at your fingertips. You are the freaking emperor. They think that about you. Or they think about you. They think you must have some kind of magical power. There must be magic behind you. You must be a psychic. How do you know these things? They think you're amazing. Look, they think these are people that really care about you, people who don't have blinders on, people who aren't trying to run you down a path of what they want. They think this about you. Look, you know what that is? It's the beginning of all good things. It's the beginning of all good things. It can even mean a re-beginning of something. They think that whatever you start, whatever you do right now is going to be golden. And they're right. If you let go of this and you let go of the fear and you let go and embrace this, you know you're the Hanged Man. This is in the position in this reading. I'm sorry, I'm getting all like pumped up. I gotta sweat. Look. Do you see this? The Hanged Man. You know you're hung up. You know you're hung up on this. You know. This is a Pisces card, by the way. You know you're hung up on this. You know you're not going to be able to let it go. You know what is really, you know really what you want. And for some reason you feel like you're just stuck and you can't get out. You've buried yourself too deeply, but that's not true. It's not half as bad as you think it is. And if it takes cutting some strings, no matter what it costs, even if it cost you that big purchase, what did we look up in the other book? You had this big purchase, and the big purchase is on the line. I'd let this go, except I'd lose this. Cut it loose. Because whatever it costs you, in the end, it's costing you way too much. And I don't mean money-wise. I really don't. Stop being hung up. Crawl down off the cross. Crawl down off the cross. Jesus already did that for us. Okay? Yeshua did it for us. You don't need to be strung up. Please crawl down. Otherwise, you're going to end up not going anywhere. You're going to end up slowed. You're going to end up as somebody that nobody wants to trust. You're going to end up being shown to the world as somebody who's shifty and their ideas are shady. You don't want that. You don't want the outcome to be that, and you don't want the outcome for you. Let's look at it on another level. I mean, this is the Wheel of Fortune. Do you want your income to stop? Maybe you're in some kind of situation where you know that you could get onto something that makes you more income besides what you're doing. What are you doing right now? And this person, this Capricorn person, are they making you stay in and just this? Or are they telling you, oh, you're not good at anything else? Don't do that. Because we talked about those energies last time on the last Capricorn reading when I was like, beware, right? This is serious shit. This is serious shit, air sign. This is like life-altering seriousness. Do you want this for your outcome? You've got some serious decisions to make by Saturday. Because on Tuesday, I see the effects of by Mars Day, I see the effects of the decision that you make on Saturday starting to set in stone. Please don't get yourself into a position where you're being brought to the end of the road, and you don't have anything else left to turn to. Just think, if something happened to you today and you couldn't do the job or the career that you've chosen right now, what would you do? What would you do? What about that big purchase you just made? Or that, like when this tells you that, it's generally within the last year or so that's happened. So you just made some kind of big purchase that's connected with the Capricorn person, connected with that earth sign. I'd rather lose that than lose my future. I'm sorry for not sugarcoating this reading, but I feel like it was best for you. And after the reading that we had last time, I really think it's important for you to hear this information, air signs, because I have air signs in my life that live in my house, and I can see this reading in them as well. So I know it's real. I've pulled these things out of the book, so you know that I'm not pulling them out of my ass. I've thrown these cards out on the table in a crazy manner that I can't make happen. I didn't set this up. Look at this. It's a stack. I don't do this for any other sign ever. But I've done this for you because I feel that I need to. I feel this energy is so strong. Okay? I wish you the best, and I hope that you make the best decision, one that's best for you. Because it seems like it's been a long time since you made any decisions that were what's best for you, instead of making decisions on other people. So, okay. Just let me know if you want to sign up for a private reading. You can go here either on Facebook and hit me up in the message box, or it's easier if you just go to the website. The link is down below, I believe, www.themagicshop.online, and you can sign up. I have a list of how much personal readings are and stuff, and I'll get you guys on the schedule. I don't have any openings until next week, but I can do emergency readings. They just cost a little extra, because that means I'm going to have to push somebody else out who already has an appointment. So, or push somebody around. I'm going to have to squeeze it in there somehow, but I can do it if you need an emergency reading, because you've got this. Air signs, this is for you. I'll do an emergency reading for you for $40 if you contact me in the next 24 hours, because I know there's serious decision to be made on Saturday. So, yeah. Anyways, much love. I'll see you guys soon, and I am out of here.